And hello guys, welcome back to my NFL ranking videos. Today we'll be ranking all of the defensive linebacker core. So I did the lineman and now I'm going to be doing the linebacker. So this is not the full front seven. This is just, lineman and linebacker. This is just me trying to put out as many videos as possible, really. So anyways, yeah, so basically if you don't know, the linemen are the people like on the line of scrimmage, and the linebackers are the players like behind them. So they'll have more interceptions, probably a little less tackles because they're not getting as many runs. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Number 32, the worst linebacker core in the NFL, in my opinion. The Packers. Ooh. Oh no. A good team down low on this list. I mean, they've always had a problem with run defense, and so they got Preston Smith, Christian Kirksey, Oren Burks, Jadarius Smith. Owen Burks and Christian Kirksey both only had 7 tackles and 6 tackles respectively. That is not the path to success right there. I mean, Preston Smith, really, they've got a good amount of tackles with Jadarius Smith and Preston Smith, with 25.5 sacks. And both of them, they've got 36 tackles and 41 tackles respectively, but that's not enough to make up for Christian Kirksey and Owen Burks. I don't know if they were like second string for the Packers last year or whatever, but I know that it's not going to be pretty. All right, 31st. We have the Eagles, another team that's people think are going to be good. Here's the deal. They've got Jatavis Brown and Alex Singleton, who have 8 tackles and 2 tackles, respectively. And that's just terrible. But, Nathan Gary, he has the best stat line so far. He has 2 interceptions, 52 tackles, 2.5 sacks. That just puts him above the Packers. All right, in 30th, we have the Saints. Good. I mean, the Packers and the Saints, I'm pretty sure, are going to be really good this year. Both of those teams, I wouldn't be surprised if, they were in the NFC. Saints v. Packers is a possible NFC championship game next year. I mean, really. And the Eagles, I mean, they could surprise everyone and be good, or surprise me, I guess. For some reason, there's a lot of people who seem to think they might somehow be good. I'm trying to find there. All right, here we go. They got Demario Davis, Kiko Alonso, and Alex Anzalone. And Alex Anzalone only has 7 tackles, but he did have a sack last year. Kiko Alonso had 25 tackles, but he didn't have any sacks, no forced fumbles, no interceptions. Demario Davis, 87 tackles, 4 sacks, 1 interceptions. So, it's much better than these two. These two are in a whole nother league. This is just terrible linebacking. This is still garbage, but it's not this bad. Moving on to 29th, we have the Jets. Finally, a bad team, which it seems like linebackers don't really mean anything. Anyways, Jets, we got Jabari Zuniga, C.J. Mosley, and Avery Williamson. The reason that they're way down here is mainly because C.J. Mosley only had 4 tackles for them last year. He did have an interception, which is one of the reasons that they're not like below the Saints. And Jabari Zuniga, he only had 6 tackles and 3 sacks, and he's a rookie this year. So that means in college he only had 6 tackles and 3 sacks, and I mean, that's gonna translate to 2 tackles, 1 sack. I don't know, man. That's not looking very good for the Jets this year, unless he breaks out. All right, and then we've got the Rams down here in the light red. So this is worst of the worst, bottom of the barrel garbage. This is just really, really bad. Really, really, really bad. All right, let me find them. All right, we got this. We got Samson Ebukam, Micah Kaiser, Troy Reader, and Leonard Floyd. Micah Kaiser only had 2 tackles last year, and he didn't have any sacks. forced fumbles or interceptions. They didn't have any interceptions on their linebacking core last year. Um, and they only had 7.5 sacks, and 3 forced fumbles. It's the fact that they have a good amount of tackles that's holding them above the rest. Now, keep in mind, this is still really bad. And 27th, we have the Patriots. And like I said in the last video, and they were pretty low, a lot of the reasons why they're down here with Chase Winovich, Jawan Bentley, Dante Hightower, and Don Simon is because they are going to be counted on. This defense is going to be counted on heavily to support the struggling offense. And I don't know if the Patriots can pull that off. I mean, we'll see, but I just really doubt it. All right. Plus, I mean, they've only got 1 interception in the linebacking core last year, which I know not very many of these seem to have any interceptions. But as we get like up high, like you're not going to be up like near the top and not have any interceptions. It's just impossible. 26th, we've got the Browns. Ooh, the Browns. What's wrong? What happened to the Browns? They were top of the line, everyone was freaking out like, oh yeah, the Browns are gonna win. So now BJ Goodson, Mac Wilson, and Sione Takitaki. Mac Wilson has the best stat line that we've seen thus far with 57 tackles, a safety, a forced fumble, and an interception. But that is the only interception, that is the only sack, and that is the only forced fumble that they have, and that is what is holding them down. And let's cut that. Ravens going right back to the AFC. Now keep in mind, a lot of these teams down here are good, and I don't know why that is, but I guess just the front 7 doesn't mean anything. And I mean, a lot of the teams up here are bad. It's just the way it rolls. All right, let me find the Ravens. Yep, Matthew Judon, L.J. Fort, Patrick Queen, and Jalen Ferguson. Patrick Queen is a rookie. If he breaks out, they could easily be up here, maybe up here. And they don't really have any standout bad people. Their worst one is Jalen Ferguson, 20 tackles, 2.5 sacks. So they've got, there's a reason that they're 25th and not, 30th. Click on the wrong thing. All right, here we go. Oh, by the way, this right here is a picture of, I know most of y'all don't care, but I always make it a point to point that out. It's a picture of C.J. Mosley. All right, up here, we have in 24th, the Lions barely making it into below average. All right, so let's find them. All right, the Lions, we got Jamie Collins, Gerard Davis, Reggie Ragland. But the thing that's saving them is Jamie Collins is by far the best stat line. He has 58 tackles, 7 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and 3 interceptions last year. That really just launches them from like possibly 28th to 24th. I don't know what they would be if they didn't have him. I mean, Gerard Davis with 38 tackles, Reggie Wagner with 23 tackles. They just end up at 24th. In 23rd, we have the Chiefs. As you probably could tell by the picture. Again, another good team. Flush down here. Alright, and the Chiefs, let's find them. I have quite a lot of notes. It's really hard to look through them all. Alright, let me find the Chiefs. Alright, we got Willie Gay, Anthony Hitchens, and Damian Wilson. Willie Gay being a rookie, and Willie only had 18 tackles, 1 forced fumble, and 1 interception, which is better than I think some of the guys somebody down here had a rookie. I think it might have been the Packers or something. So it's below average for the rookie. So that's holding them up from going down, but it's also keeping them down from like 18th or some crap. All right, 22. If you notice, I'm like not going in depth into teams as I used to. It's because I realize that I do have a limited amount of storage on this computer, like very little. So yeah, 22. We've got the Bengals. This is pretty high for them. They normally don't get up this high. They got Jermaine Pratt, Josh Bynes, and Logan Wilson. Logan Wilson being a rookie, 62 tackles, a sack, a forced fumble, and 4 interceptions. That is, again, what is holding them up. This is around the area that a lot of teams with rookies end up being. Jermaine Pratt isn't hurting either. 50 tackles. You got Josh Bynes, who had a sack and 2 interceptions last year. This is might be up to like above average. All right, and then the very top of below average, almost average, we've got the Vikings here. If you can hear my brothers fighting outside of my room, I'm very sorry. My brothers are fighting outside of my room. One is 9 and one is 3, which is weird. Vikings, we got Eric Wilson, Eric Kendricks, and Anthony Barr. None of them are rookies, so. And we've also got Anthony Barr with the only one who had an interception. They had 5 sacks last year, which is pretty bad. Eric Kendricks with the most tackles we've seen so far of 70 tackles. He had 2 forced fumbles too. It just puts him above everybody else. All right, and then entering the average category, we've got the Bears. A lot of NFC North. We're already done with the NFC North. Packers were the worst, and then we got the Lions. So, yeah. The division is going to be a fight this year. The Bears, we got Khalil Mack, Roquan Smith, Danny Trevathan, and Robert Quinn. Khalil Mack, with his 8.5 sacks and 5 forced fumbles, is what is launching this team up. Also, Roquan Smith's 1 interception, Robert Smith's 11.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles are not hurting. All right, 19th, we've got the Redskins. My personal favorite team, all the way down to 19th. It just hurts my soul. We got Thomas Davis, John Bostic, and Reuben Foster. None of them are rookies. Reuben Foster, 25 tackles. John Bostic, 56 tackles. And Thomas Davis, 65 tackles. Pretty good. They've only got 2 sacks. John Bostic with an interception last year, though. It just holds him above everyone else. I swear it's not because I'm biased. I'm not biased. All right, then we got the Dolphins. Again, another team that's usually not up this high. Seems like, a lot of teams have some pretty good, pretty meh linebacker units. Emmanuel Ogba, Raekwon McMillan, Jerome Baker, and Kyle Van Noy. I don't know if I'm saying all those right. Jerome Baker, 76 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and an interception. That is really good. He's the only one with an interception. Kyle Van Noy with 6.5 sacks and 3 forced fumbles. Emmanuel Ogba with 5.5 sacks and a forced fumble. This team is a force to be reckoned with. Not this team, but this linebacking unit. And then we got the Broncos at 17th, just missing the above average category. All right, let me find them. All right, so the Broncos, they got Von Miller, they got Alexander Johnson, Todd Davis, Bradley Chubb. Todd Davis with 78 tackles, but he doesn't have any sacks. No forced fumbles, no interceptions. Alexander Johnson is the only one with an interception. He has 1. Von Miller had 8 sacks last year. Bradley Chubb with 1 sack. Alexander Johnson with 1.5 sacks. That puts him at 10.5 sacks. It's just good enough to get him to 17th. All right, moving up to the above average category. I'm going to stop saying what the names of the people are who pictured there. You find them out if you want. All right, in 16th, we have the Titans. That whole division has been waiting. The NFC South. There haven't been any NFC South. Every NFC South team is above 16 apparently, or above 17. All right, so we've got on the Titans, Vic Beasley, Jayon Brown, and Rashaan Evans, and Harold Landry. Rashaan Evans with 69 tackles and Jayon Brown with 69 tackles. Jayon Brown also with an interception. Harold Landry, 9 sacks. Vic Beasley, 8 sacks. They've got a total of 20.5 sacks. Oh, Harold Landry also has an interception. This team, there's a reason that they're probably going to be Super Bowl contenders this year. All right, and then, boom. The AFC South was waiting, and then it decided to show up. We've got Whitney Merciless, Benardrick McKinney, Zach Cunningham, and Brendan Scarlett. Zach Cunningham with 99 tackles and 2 sacks. Whitney Merciless with 2 interceptions. That's pretty good. Brendan Scarlett, 31 tackles. All right, that's better than all these teams. I hope as you're watching these videos, you tell that like as I go through, like the stats slowly get better. 14th, we have the Steelers up here. All right, the Steelers. We got T.J. Watt, Vince Williams, Devin Bush, and Bud Dupree. All right, so Steelers. T.J. Watt, 35 tackles, 14.5 sacks, 8 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions. So T.J. Watt with 2 interceptions. Devin Bush also has 2 interceptions. With 4 interceptions, this team is looking pretty good. Bud Dupree has 49 tackles. Devin Bush with 72 tackles. Bud Dupree also has 11.5 sacks. So, I'm just saying, you better watch out for the Steelers' defense. And just falling outside of the really good category, the Falcons. I think I was underestimating them in my first power rankings. By the way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to average out every single place that I have these people. So, like if I have like 32 at one and 2 at the other, then I'll average those out. And I'm going to rank I'm going to do in different power rankings. So, it's going to be like, I don't even get to choose. You'll understand. All right, 13 Falcons. All right, Falcons, we got Dante Fowler, Deion Jones, Foyesade Olukan. So Dante Fowler, 40 tackles. Deion Jones, 68 tackles. Deion Jones, the only one with an interception, with 1 interception. Dante Fowler with 11.5 sacks. I mean, they're pretty good. I could definitely hear arguments for them to be, like, possibly, like, down where the Chiefs were. Definitely. All right, into the really good category, we have the Chargers. They were top of the line in linemen, and they are top of the line in linebackers. Their front 7 is a force. All right, so let's go ahead and find them, shall we? Got Denzel Perriman, Kenneth Murray, and Drutron Quill. Kenneth Murray with 69 tackles, Drew Tranquil with 61 tackles, and Denzel Perriman with 51 tackles. The only person who has a sack is Kenneth Murray. He has 4 sacks, but he is a rookie, so that bumps them up, and it also bumps them down. Denzel Perriman, with an interception and a forced fumble, 12 is the right place, I feel, for the Chargers. Then in 11, we have the Buccaneers, as you see here. Let me find them real quick. Yeah, let me find them. All right, so the Buccaneers, we got Jason Pierre, Devin White, Levante David, and Shaquille Barret. If you're wondering, this is a picture of Jason Pierre. Levante David with 82 tackles. Devin White, Levante David, and Shaquille Barrett have 1 interception each. The Shaquille Barrett with 19.5 sacks, and 6 forced fumbles. Shaquille Barrett, I don't know if I've ever heard his name before, but he is apparently he's holding this whole team up. All right, and then entering the top 10, we have the 49ers. Hey, their defense looking good. 49ers. All right, we got K'Wan Alexander, Fred Warner, and Dre Greenlaw. Fred Warner with 89 tackles, Dre Greenlaw with 64 tackles. All 3 of them have 1 interception, at least. Fred Warner has 3 forced fumbles. This team is up here. All right, let's cut that. And we got the Cowboys. NFC East showing up late. Well, I guess they already showed up. Never mind. All right, got 9 Cowboys. Let me find them real quick. All right, we got Leighton Vander Esch, we got Jalen Smith, and we got Sean Lee. Jalen Smith, 83 tackles. Sean Lee, interception. Jalen Smith, interception, and 2 forced fumbles, and 2.5 sacks. So, here we go. Into the really, 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 really good. There's really good, and there's really, 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 really good. Like, oh, this is you want to be up here. You want to see your team up here. You want to see your team down here. Jaguars. How did they get up here? I don't know, but they did. Okay? Keep in mind the Colts, I think, are somewhere around here. Did I already say the Colts? Who cares? I don't know where I put any of these people until I look at them again. Miles Jack, Joe Schobert, Cassius Marsh. Joe Schobert, I'm just going to tell you his stat line, and you're going to see why it isn't like amazing. 89 tackles, which is already way up there. 2 sacks, which is better than a lot of players. 2 forced fumbles. It's pretty. I mean, this is already looking really like a really good stat line. 4 interceptions, and he's not a rookie. This, I mean, him alone is enough to beat some of these teams at the bottom. All right, then at 7, we've got the Panthers. They're good. Their defense is going to be the thing that's going to end up trying to save them in games. And that is because they got Shaq Thompson, Tahir Whitehead, and Jermaine Carter. Tahir White with 79 tackles, Shaq Thompson with 75 tackles, 3 sacks, Jermaine Carter 22 tackles. I mean, that's really all I have to say. They're 7th. And just outside of the top 5, almost there, we have the Giants. Ooh, the best, I think, in the NFC East. Congratulations, Giants. You beat everyone. Surprised everyone. Blew everyone out of the water with your Marcus Golden, David Mayo, Blake Martinez, and Lorenzo Carter. Mainly it's Blake Martinez, though, with 97 tackles, 3 sacks, 1. I'm sorry if I've been calling sacks safeties. I don't know if I have, but I might have been. 3 sacks, 1 forced fumbles, and an interception. And also, Marcus Golden with 10 sacks, Lorenzo Carter with 4.5 sacks. And, I mean, you can't even ignore David Mayo's 52 tackles. It's a force to be reckoned with. Entering the top 5, we've got the Bills. Here they are. Another good team. We got a lot of good teams at the bottom, but of course you've also got a lot of good teams at the top. That's where you normally see good teams. You don't see good teams towards the middle too much. All right, and then Bills, we got Matt Milano, Trayman Edmonds, and A.J. Klein. Trayman Edmonds with 66 tackles, and an interception, also 1.5 sacks. A.J. Klein also with an interception, 2.5 sacks, forced fumble, and 47 tackles. 5. That is the place to be. All right. Just outside of the podium, would be getting that weird blue medal that they always give the fourth prizeman. We've got the Colts all the way up here, showing themselves up. All right, we got the Colts. We got Darius Leonard, Anthony Walker, and Bobby Okereke. The thing that really is keeping this team above everyone else is the fact that Darius Leonard really, and Anthony Walker. I mean, look at these two guys. Darius Leonard, 71 tackles, right? 5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 5 interceptions. And that's just Darius Leonard, right? 5 interceptions is the most that we've seen so far. And he's not a rookie. And then we got Anthony Walker, who's got 84 tackles, 2.5 sacks, a forced fumble, and an interception. That's not as good as Darius Leonard, but it is pretty dang good. And Bobby Okereke, I mean, his 48 tackles, sack, and 2 forced fumbles aren't help. I mean, this is a really, really good linebacker unit. I mean, there's a reason they're elite, top of the line. And then the bronze medal for linebackering goes to the Cardinals. As you can probably see here. Dang, Cardinals. What the heck, man? Where'd y'all come from with freaking Chandler Jones, Jordan Hicks, Isaiah Simmons, and Devin Kennard? Isaiah Simmons, they picked him in, I don't remember, I think it was like 8th in the draft. 8th draft pick overall this year. 67 tackles, 8 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 3 interceptions in college. That is, that's a solid lineman. That looks to translate into a solid lineman in the NFL if he was not a rookie, and if he was, a veteran or something. They might be number 1. But no, they're not. Let's take a look and see who is number 2. The silver medal goes to the Raiders. Wow. Dang, the Raiders. I mean, your linemen are so, I'm sorry for lack of a better word, absolute garbage. We got Nick Kwiatkowski, Kwiatkoski. I don't know how to read that. We got Corey Littleton and we got Nicholas Moreau. Nicholas Moreau with an interception, Corey Littleton with 2 interceptions, and Nick Kwiatkowski with 1 interception. Some of these names I can't read. And then number 1, we got the Seahawks. Their amazing defense is still hanging on by a thread, baby. All right, so let's try to find the Seahawks here. Jordan Brooks, Bobby Wagner. He's been in the. It seems like he's been here forever. And KJ Wright. Jordan Brooks. I mean, really. Normally I say, rookies bump them down, but I mean they're so much better than everyone else that Jordan Brooks doesn't really bump them down or hold them up. He's bumping them up, yes, but he's also bumping them down. I don't know. Yeah. All right, we also got Bobby Wagner with 86 tackles, 3 sacks, 4 fumbles, and interceptions. KJ Wright, 3 interceptions, 67 tackles. They are the best linebacking core. I'll give you one last little look around. Go ahead and look in the description. There will be my Twitter page. At least I post every single time that I post a new video. I let you guys know I'm posting a new video. And if I can, I put out the link for the video. Last time, whenever the video was coming out, for my last video, I couldn't put out the link for reasons. And you might also see a link. There's going to at least be a Twitter. There probably won't be, but there might be a link to a Twitch page. I'm going to try to stream, I'm going to stream something on Twitch. I don't know. Probably not. Just take a look down there. Hey, it's still going. Dang, this is a short video for these. I do hope that you enjoyed it. Go ahead and, if you did enjoy it, comment. I read the comments. I read every single person who has ever commented on one of my videos. I have read it. And if I felt like it needed to be, like if you ask me a question in the comments, it will be answered. I can assure you that. Unless this video gets 57 billion views and I have 1 million comments and I can't answer them all. But I mean, just comment, please. I enjoy, because that shows me that you watched it and you got something from it. It's not like you clicked on it and you were like, oh my goodness, this is terrible. Why does he have, the freaking Saints at 30? I can't stand it anymore. Also, after I'm done with everything, I've done every single position, I'm not going to do the O-line. I'm dying here. Once I do every single position, I'm going to average out. So, the Saints, I've done a lot of videos. They've gotten a lot of positions. I'm going to take every single position that they've been in, and I'm going to average them out, and they're going to have, a position. And it's not going to be a good number. And I'm going to rank everyone from highest, or I guess lowest to highest, on their average. And then I'm going to make a final preseason power rankings. It's going to be, the ultimate power rankings. It's going to be my final before the preseason. And yeah, you should probably keep on the lookout for that. If you're getting excited, then calm down, guys. I know you don't care, but calm down. I'm trying to sound like a Karen. Also, before I go, can you believe they're trying to say that Karen is a slur? That's just stupid to me. Don't subscribe to me if you're a Karen. Bye.